Okay, so it's 6 o'clock exactly. I decided not to take the canoe. I thought that I'm going to get some exercise. So I've been hiking now for I'd say about 6 kilometers. Sunset's not too long from now. Wind's dying down. That's nice. It's supposed to be clear overnight. I want to try to get to a camp. It's probably a kilometer from here, but it's long. I got to walk along these nice friendly rocks. So I'm going to give that a try and see how far I can get before it gets too dark. Okay, so I've arrived at the place that I'm going to camp. I wanted to, tomorrow if I feel better, my knee's kind of bugging me, I might go over, there's a scout camp across the way. There's a river and they used to have a bridge. The bridge has been demolished. So anyways, I'm going to set up my, see if I can brighten this up a bit. Okay, anyways, I'm going to have my fire here. I'm going to hang my hammock. There's 2 trees that last time we had camped here. And there's lots of like drift wood. I mean, I got this fallen dead tree over here. So that's going to be good. And yeah, so I'm going to get a fire started. My feet are wet. Going through marshland. That's okay. They're not cold. Not yet, at least. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Sunday, April 28th, 2013. I got my new hammock. It's very light. It comes with a built-in stuff sack, so I just basically, everything fits into there, including the tree huggers and everything. I'm going to have to tie or sew a bug net on this for this summer. It was, it's chilly today. It was chilly last night. I brought I'm a sucker for punishment. My fleece summer, called sleeping bag, but really it's a sleeping bag, I guess. It zips up. It'd make a great sleeping bag liner, but I was a little bit cold last night. A little bit cold. I'm glad I didn't take the canoe because it's breezy. I would have been. It's supposed to be like this tomorrow too. I mean, I didn't take the canoe for a few reasons, but mainly it was the wind. Excuse me. And the wind, and I needed the exercise, which is always a good thing. I need to lose weight. Last night I had a good fire going. I'm going to reposition the rocks. I'll show you that later. The rocks that I had for the fire, just getting a little bit of smoke in my eyes. But I'm up probably about 20 feet. Yeah, about 20 feet above the level of the lake. I'll get more shots of that later. The tree huggers, the assembly, the quick release thing, there was some stretch going on, and I woke up last night, or woke up this morning with my hammock literally on the ground. It's not a bad thing, but I didn't want to mess up the bottom of the hammock. I was worried I might have gotten scraped up. So yeah, so we'll get a meal on the go today, get a coffee on the go, fire up that BioLite stove, because there's lots of dry wood. I had no problems finding wood last night. No problems at all. Actually, we camped here before, and we left a pot hung it up in a tree, a pot and a like a grate, steel. We didn't take them with us because we were backpacking that times, and I want to leave some gear cache around, so that came in handy. I could probably use the grate, put it above the fire, and cook on that, and I might do that as well. But the philosophy myself and underling have, aka Joe Devo, aka JD, aka John David, aka Joe Dividido, inside joke, sorry, is that if we bring it, we use it. So I'll use my BioLite stove and whatever, but I'm gonna cook on the fire too. Oh, I had some music last night, courtesy of Melanie from work. Melanie, thank you very much. But the thing eats through batteries, man. Like, I mean, it's an 8-year. Where is it? She loaned me 2 of them. It's probably a good thing because here they are. I know this is not really a. They're like 8-year-old MP3 players, Philips. Philips, I don't even know if they exist anymore, but they got out of the business of MP3 players. Probably shortly after made these. But it's good because I had the radio, and I like listening to radio at night, especially talk radio. So that was, and I'm by myself, so, you know, a little bit of company. I don't have a dog. Had a loan of a dog a few years ago, and me and Joe Dividido remember that one. And she was a good dog. Yeah, so basically, where was I? Yeah. Oh, last night. Excuse me. There's people camping across the way. And if you know this area, I hiked out here for the whole purpose of getting away from people. So it was probably 7 o'clock last night, and I heard this scream going, what the fuck? Like, you gotta be kidding me, right? But I noticed when I was coming in here, way back at the start of the trail, there was 3 trucks parked, and I didn't make anything of it, but so other people camping, I guess. I know Scouts Canada has trails back here. Maybe they're clearing the trails. They weren't, after the couple of screams I heard from them, they were no bother after that. So anyways, I'm gonna get up, or actually I'm not gonna get up yet. I'm gonna go back and I'm just gonna lay down here, have a nap, and we'll do some more stuff later. Nighty night. Today's lesson is filtering water with my trusty filter. Now, I'm just getting out of bed basically. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I need water because I need coffee, and I need to filter some water. Now, granted, I could boil the water that I get out of the lake, easy enough, but I want drinking water too, so it gives me something to do. Get to use my MSR filter, pump filter. And so the first thing I will do, now I don't have an Nalgene bottle, and what that means is this thing would actually screw on top of the bottle. I have some dollar store thing, and it's too small at the top. So grab my coffee filter, and what I do is as I'd mentioned in a previous video, there's floaties on top of the water and sediment that I don't want my main filter dealing with. So I just use a cheap old coffee filter, and it saves on the cartridge. I can lay it there. It doesn't really matter. Water's all the same. So I'm going to grab my bottle, and I cleaned the filter last night. And do it. How would I do it right there? Or even better, right? No. It just leaks a bit of water out of the sides, and I just don't want to get wet again. I dried out my socks last night. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this up, and then I have a water bladder, that I'm going to dump into it, because once again, this is a cheap water bladder, and the opening is too small from the top of my filter. It's easier for me to do that. My filter, fresh ground coffee. This is the lightest system I have for fresh ground coffee. Okay, it's 4:30 Sunday, April 28th. Relocated my fire pit. It'll be facing the lake as opposed to sideways, and I was sitting on that rock. I'm going to take advantage of my my camp chair there. Now I just need to go and search out some wood for tonight, so I don't have to get up every 15-20 minutes to search in the dark. I'm lazy, I admit it. Okay, I have my wood for tonight. Nice piece of hardwood there. Standing dead tree. I'll chop that up. My kindling, my chair, and I'm gonna go. It's 5 o'clock. I'm just gonna go for a little lay down for a while, and probably start the fire at around 8 o'clock-ish. Have another meal around 10, and then beddy bye. Okay, so what I'm going to do tonight, just because last night I was kind of cool, because this is my summer sleeping bag, and I have a See if we can see it. Let me just grab it. A Coleman fleece. It's a, you know, it's a sleeping bag, I guess, for summer. But I mean, I'll use it as that, but I think I'll use it as a liner for the winter. So I took my summer sleeping bag, as you can see, as I just pull it over the hammock, and I have my sleeping pad underneath there. So hopefully that'll make a little bit of a difference for tonight. Okay, I got my fire going. Nice wood supply. Just made myself a tea. And so far, the wood I'm throwing on there has no bark, so I'm not getting, and it's burning hot, so I'm not getting a lot of smoke, which is a very nice thing.
When you see that girl from the North Country, tell her I love her. When you see that girl from the North Country, tell her I love her. I've seen her in my dreams, but I have yet to meet her. It's like a whisper on the wind, she moves like a flowing river. Feel her in the sun, feel her in every drop of rain. Sing to her under the pale moon, but I've never seen her face. When you see that girl from the North Country, tell her I love her.
On my second, third, actually fourth, to be honest, hot dog. The wind has died down. There's almost no wind. You hear the peepers peeping, and it's actually temperature-wise not bad. My thermometer's up by my hammock. I got up to a high of 17 Celsius. Last night it dipped to a low of 0 degrees Celsius. I think I'll be pretty comfortable tonight. And I think it's 9 o'clock. And probably go to bed around, I mean, I had a nap today, woke up at around 7:40ish p.m. So probably shouldn't have done that. I'll listen to radio when I go to bed. Maybe that'll put me to sleep. Okay, I'm going for a double whammy. A double whammy, yeah. I lost count of the hot dogs. Now this is, I didn't eat a lot today. I had my that meal earlier today, and yeah. Anyways, this is too good. It's not very often I get to really, I mean, I don't bring hot dogs out, so it's not very often I get to cook them up like this. The technique I use is to basically nuke them. Yeah, I like them burned. I mean, some people try to lightly brown them. That's good. That's their choice. Mine is to incinerate them. I love the crunch of the burned flesh of the hot dog. Sorry. That fire's warm, I tell you. Very warm. The rocks are doing a good job of reflecting the heat back. I mean, my hand is right at the end of the stick, and it is getting hot. And my food bag, I better move that out of the way. Yeah. Okay, so it's
11:21 a.m. 29th of April. Just heading back now. It'll be about, I'm giving myself 2.5 hours walk. Just gonna head straight over and then into the marshland, and I expect to get my feet wet again, but I'll be home soon. Actually seen a few mosquitoes as I was packing up, and I guess they're waking up. It's supposed to get up to about 15 degrees today, Celsius. So that's good, I guess. Until I get too warm. I got some water. I got my water filter handy, so when I get over to the lake on the other side, I can fill up again. Okay, so I'm out of the woods and into all this along here is bog. I try to keep to the side, but it is still wet. This is where I got my feet wet last time. But maybe it dried out a bit. Nice. Beautiful day. All 3 days were awesome. I don't know if you can hear this on film, but yeah, my feet are wet again, but they're not cold, and I'm headed home, so what the hell. The hardest part of this hike is walking along the lakeside, because it's all big rocks, so you're constantly navigating your feet so you don't roll your ankle, you don't slip. A lot of exercise, that's for sure. Part of the lake comes around there, and then of course all of it comes back where I was, and then goes way the heck down. It's a big lake. Big lake. Seen some guys today fishing in their canoe. They had a little trolling motor mounted to the back, saved themselves having to paddle. Although it's not as windy today as it was the last few days. So if they had to paddle, it wouldn't be all that bad. This is the nice thing about having my filter, is I don't have to carry a ton of water with me at one time. Now, you need a water supply to get your water, so if you're hiking somewhere there's no water available, and that might be a little bit more tricky. Anyways, I'm out of water. It's pretty warm out, especially when you're hiking and you got, I guess, about 35 pounds is my pack weight. So time to filter. I almost don't want to go home. So nice today. Just take a look at that lake. I think there's a few people out fishing, other than those two dudes I seen by the camp. Although I should have brought more than one water bottle with me, I think. It's a little bit of work getting up onto it. You'd almost think it'd be safer just to get your feet wet than to climb up these rocks to get onto a bridge. I think that I might camp here sometime. I see 2 trees in here that I can sling my hammock on. Yeah, and a beautiful view. Nice.